Oh, people, I want to continue reading from where we left off yesterday, talking about wisdom in Proverbs chapter 1. She, like your mom, gives you some great advice over the course of time, and it would be done a hell lot happier for our lives if we'd listened maybe to her. But here's what it says in verse 31. Verse 32. For the waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. Sorry, it's rather dark here. But whoever listens to me will live in safety and be at ease without fear of harm. Don't you love that verse? I can remember thinking of my mom and many mothers who we need to give more of a shout out to today again, about the fact that they're saying to their kids, if you'll just do what I say first time, don't mess with me, don't try and do it your way, because you're going to find out that that's the hard way and it could end up being hurt. You could end up being hurt. And so we see wisdom saying that to us. What they're really saying is, do it right first time, for goodness sake. Stop messing around your way. And after 2 or 3 tries, you find the foolish behavior of thinking, one more try and I'll get it right, and you never get it right. God says, and your mother says, and wisdom, yes, your mother would say to you, do it right the first time, for goodness sake. In the book of 2 Samuel, there's a great story of David having to learn this lesson about doing it right. It's where he's got to move the Ark of the Covenant back to Jerusalem, and he's really excited to do that. So the Ark has been housed up at some guy's house. So he goes to the Ark, and he's made the preparations the way he wouldn't make preparations. He had a cart, and he had a whole lot of wheels, and he had people walking there, and non-priest people carrying the ark. And as they put the ark onto the cart and began to drive, it hit a bump. You know the story, and it was about to go down, and Uzzah reached out to steady the ark, and God, boom, struck him dead. And David was so devastated by that. He said, God, why would you do that to Uzzah? He's an innocent guy. And when he was pleading with God for an answer, God said nothing until months later. David is back at Jerusalem, and he's reading the book of the law. And he suddenly reads that in order to move the ark, you've got to have the priests that carry it. The priests will carry it on their shoulders, and no one else will touch that. There'll be no animal, there'll be no cart. The priests must carry the ark. And David suddenly says, oh my word, what have I done? It's all my fault. I wish I'd done it right the first time. Now, isn't that a cry of many of our hearts today? Certainly is of mine. I wish I'd done it right the first time. Oh, but I always knew better. I thought if I do it my way, and if it doesn't work that way, then it's probably somebody else's fault, but it wasn't. It was my darn fault. And so to do it right the first time requires that we have better hearing and better eyesight to be able to hear from God and to listen to Him. When David went back to Jerusalem and read the words of the law, he thought, here it is. It's in black and white. There's been sermons that have been preached about this by the priest, and I didn't take their advice. I did it my way, and now I'm surely paying for that way. So people, again, I say to you, wisdom, she, like your mom, has great intentions for you. She does not want to hurt you. She just wants to protect you. And that's what wisdom does so beautifully. Like a mother wants to protect her child from doing wrong things and being hurt and making big mistakes and falling in the fire and putting their hand on a stove and falling off the cot. I don't know what it might be. But your moms were protective of you, and many of you wouldn't be alive today if your moms had not been as protective. I'm sure that might be true. Same with God. That's what wisdom does. It protects you. And if you do it right the first time, do it God's way, and you'll preserve from pain and prosperity, and the blessing of God will be your portion. Okay, people, it's now pretty dark, and I don't think you can even see me anymore, but you're going to have a good day. See you soon. Bye-bye.